And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, elephants and zebras, gypsies and the she. What everybody wants to see are unmentionables or my chest. So, excuse me. I just watched a video. The presenter was Annette Spaulding. And she was, I think she was in Brattleboro, Vermont, at the Vermont History Museum, and she was talking about petroglyphs. I did not know we had petroglyphs up here. That was very interesting. Now, I'm trying to think how I should say some of this. She mentioned where some things. Well, she was giving information on places. She's a scuba diver. She's an archaeologist, and I find history fascinating. I mean, geez, there are buildings in this town that were built in the 1700s. The rock walls that are everywhere in New England, New Ireland, excuse me, Nuevo Ireland, Nuevo Ireland. The rock walls everywhere, and these go back to the colonial period. Sadly, there are not a whole lot in the way of First Nations. How do I say? The First Nations don't get the recognition that they deserve up here. There are no Abenaki communities that I'm aware of up here. There are Abenaki communities in Canada, but none that I know of in New Hampshire or Vermont. Maybe Vermont, because Vermont's way left, so they'll spend money on everything except what they need to spend money on. And when they do, if they do spend money on what they need to spend money on, they don't spend it the right way. But it's a beautiful state with great people. I think, for the most part, New Hampshire and Vermont has great people. We saw the other day. We saw a bumper sticker that said "Masshole" on it. They call themselves that, you know. It's like Southern New England and Northern New Ireland are very different places. But I plan on taking a trip next month. I was gonna do it this month. I'm gonna put it off till next month. See, up here you can just go hiking. I mean, you just pull over to the side of the road and walk into the woods. That's all you have to do up here. Of course, if you trespass, you might get shot, but, people post their property up here. There. So I was watching some other videos and on Mount Monadnock, which is near us, 10-minute drive from us. Most climbed mountain, it's the second most climbed mountain in the world. I think it's the second. The first is Mount Fuji in Japan. I don't know what the third, fourth, fifth, and all that, but Mount Monadnock. One video I was watching, I don't really believe what they're talking about, but I would like to eventually find out the area and go see it. Supposedly it's a monolith. Well, that's not what a monolith looks like. What they were showing, that's not a monolith. But it looked like a natural formation to me. So, but I'd like to see it. But there are some old stone buildings, or at least one old stone building on Mount Monadnock. But I want to hike the mountain. That's what I want to do. I want to get up to the top and see it and explore the mountain. But hopefully I can find some First Nations stuff. Another video I was watching, and some of these videos I just came across, just, they were just there. Sometimes I do searches for the oddest things, and it's amazing what comes up. Anyway, I don't remember what I was going to say. There's some deer sinew. I use that to sew with. I have to I don't know where both my moccasins are. I'm going to make a moccasin out of that, but I should really make a second pair as well, because moccasins do their moccasins wear out and stuff like that, get holes, and if you get them too close to the fire, they'll But anyway, so because when I go on my little hike, I'm gonna go 1750 style. The only thing is, I hope by then I can finish that up and get because I'd like to be able to shoot it. I mean, what if I'm out there and a bar come up after me? But then again, this is a flintlock muzzle loader, so I wouldn't be able to reload it before the bear got me. So I'd have to get him with the first shot, and it's only a 50 caliber ball. So it's not like a modern 50 caliber rifle. Geez, a modern 50 caliber rifle, one shot would take the bear down, and I mean, he wouldn't take another step. But the bears are out right now because they came out of hibernation. They don't technically hibernate, but they're out now. They're hungry. They killed one the other day that was underweight. I wish they would not have done that, because I don't think they should do anyway. So I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. But I'm gonna try and remember to add this video that I was watching to this one, because I'd like to see some of those things, some of the pictographs, petroglyphs, whatever. And eventually, I mean, I would love to get a canoe and canoe the Connecticut River. I've never scuba dived. I have family that have. I have a cousin and his wife that are divers. But I don't know, I've just never thought. I mean, it would be interesting to do, but it's definitely not very high on my list of things to do. Maybe if I went to the Caribbean, I would take a class, but that's only if I had the money to do it. So, but when I do go on my little truck, because I'm not going to have phone service, this baby's going with me. Notice I got a different antenna for it. My beautiful girlfriend got me this for my birthday. A little ham radio. But it would be nice to see petroglyphs or whatever you want to call them. A cave. Well, I doubt I'm going to see any cave paintings. And because it would be, if I went to Mount Monadnock, that's so heavily traveled that, anyway. So, there are other, like I said, I can just park on the side of the road and head into the woods. How many places can you do that? The thing is, it can get rugged up here with the mountains and the hills. So, I don't know, but it would be nice to see some of those things. What First Nation stuff around here is, it doesn't seem to have a high priority for anybody. The most that I really see up here, there'd be a historical marker. There's one in Keene that Reverend so-and-so was killed by Indians on such and such a date. But what about the other things about the Abenaki? The good things. There were good things. There are good things. So I would like to hear more about that. I really need to start reading, because I have a book or two on the Abenaki. Western Abenaki, not the Eastern Abenaki, but anyway.